Hello and welcome to The Nation. I'm Jessy Chahal. A sort of focus point on many people for you today, strategies for advancing and making chess popular once again, not just here in the studios or in the city centre, but across the country, across the nation. Joining me is Datuk Mohammed Nazli Kamal, co-founder of the Malaysia First Grandmaster program and head of chess development at the Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur Dynamics, as well as Mr. Najib Abdul Wahab from the Malaysian Chess Federation. Gentlemen, welcome and thank you for being with me here today. We talk about chess, and it's either one gets really excited about it or one says, boring. But there's so much to be explored and discovered. Let's start first with this ancient board game. I mean, it's over 1,000 years old, 1,500 if my research serves me well. What would you say is the current landscape of chess in Malaysia?
Okay, from the perspective of the Malaysian Chess Federation, we have lots of tournaments going on in the country. Week in, week out, you can have a peek at the social medias, Facebook and all that. We have a lot of independent organizers out there who continuously run chess events, and most of them are running events for kids. So the attraction is definitely there. And even at the school level, like the Malaysian schools and all that, the MSSMs, they have their own sort of like series for chess. So to a certain extent, you know, it's there already planted in the roots of the boys to start, or the girls to start playing chess.
From a young age.
From a young age, yeah. And it's competition goes from the primary school to secondary school. Now we have IPTs, the private colleges. The colleges and all that. So it is very good. And also, I think as of 2024, according to, I think many have known that we now have chess in Sukma. So after like a few years of struggling to get chess into Sukma, we finally got chess to Sukma.
It's a sport.
Yeah, it's a sport. I think we have to thank the current minister, Hanayo, for giving us that opportunity.
Yeah. That's right, Datuk.
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you, Jessy, for having us this afternoon. And I'm a chess player since I was 11 years old. And I remember my brother bought me a chess set. And then my uncle Aziz bought me a chess book during that time. So it really gets me the interest of playing chess by reading the book, understanding the game. And I never stopped there, even though I continued my study overseas, came back and started playing. But those days, it was a bit difficult because there was no internet. But today, I think there's a lot of internet. I think today, we have quite a number of young people playing chess. But we also acknowledge that we need to do something about their progress in chess. Because I think until today, one of the most important agenda, in fact, what we are having today is about the first Malaysian Grandmaster.
Which we must establish at this point, we do not have a Grandmaster.
In fact, Singapore just celebrated the 4th Grandmaster, which is a 17-year-old.
So what is the pain point there? Let's start with what has happened there that we have not been able to produce a Grandmaster till now?
There's a lot of effort, but I think that's the crux of all. It's about funding, and I think that's the thing that the Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur Dynamics, we partner together with Malaysian Chess Federation, and understanding that the young people wants to go and move forward to the Grandmaster. They have to enter tournaments overseas. So
they need to be supported not just financially, but through programs and international exchange,
and in fact, we do not have even a Grandmaster resident coach for our team. So that is also another point that we see there's points that we need to fill up. And so what we have been discussing, in fact, when I met Najib, we have a common interest, and we say, okay, why not we partner? And we work together in establishing. I'm 61 this year. I'm too late for a Grandmaster. But I would like to see our young people, because the young people are basically our future.
Definitely.
Our young generation that move forward.
What's interesting to note is there has been sort of a resurgence of the interest in chess of late, and especially within the youth or kids or children. But is this something the foundation thought of important, that we needed to pave the way for a Grandmaster sooner or later before you met Datuk?
Okay. I think chess took I think the resurgence. Part of it is because of that movie, Queen's Gambit. Yeah, a lot of people like that movie because it focuses on the character of that lady, Anna, if I'm not mistaken, her name was, and how she, the eccentricity of a chess player, you know, looking at the ceiling and seeing boards and pieces moving. But at the same time, to a certain extent, I think we can contribute to COVID. Not the bad side of it, because when it was COVID, everybody had to stay inside.
That's right.
So there's nothing else to play but chess.
Out came the chess boards, the dusty chess boards.
No, not only that, because you can play it online.
That's right. That's true.
Our national champion for ladies last year, Ainul Madia. Ainul Madia is she learned chess during the era. So in only 2 years, she learned chess from online. She became the national champion.
Amazing.
Yeah, so amazing. So to a certain extent, we can contribute the surge of chess today. Part of it is because of that movie, Queen's Gambit, and also because chess is the only sport. During even school, you can't play soccer, you can't play anything else, and the only thing you can play at home is chess.
And it doesn't just stop there, because chess is just more than a game. It's strategy, it's planning, it's patience. It's also a great way to enhance brain function.
Correct.
And what we talk about now so often, mental health, for all ages, for those who are aging and for those who are young. So building brain power and retaining brain power as well. In that perspective, is chess accessible at this point? You mentioned it being online, but is it as accessible for people for all ages and backgrounds in the country?
It is, because we regularly play chess on Chess or chess.com platform, and in fact during the pandemic it was the most popular platform, not only in Malaysia but throughout the world, and there's a resurgence of interest in chess also in the US. But I think we should not stop there. I mean, I would like to quote Shi Heng Yi, a Shaolin master. He says that if you don't use it, you lose it. That means if you don't practice your brain, you're going to lose it. So I'm 61 this year, and playing chess definitely be something that I would like to do to avoid me from having these memory diseases. And so, but not only that, for the young kids, the brain development, because when you do a chess game, you can't move the pieces. You just have to stare at the board, and everything moves in your mind.
Right.
So if you teach yourself
the bigger picture in your mind first.
Yes, exactly. That's what Najib was saying about the Queen's Gambit, when she was looking at the ceiling and she saw the board. Actually, there's also Hikaru Nakamura, the player. Every time if you look at him, and before he moves his piece, he will look on the side. Actually, he's looking at the board, but in his mind. And so if the kids can develop this, what we call the clarity in thinking, it will definitely help them a lot in their study. So we found quite a number of chess players actually they are doing very well in their study and also in their life. And so I thought, in fact, I'm a coach at the My Skill Foundation. So I'm teaching 15 kids, underprivileged kids, and they love the game because it gives them a self-confidence and give them a clarity in their thinking. And so I thought this could be something that we need to work and enhance in the school. I was a chess player in the school, and I think the development of the brain, it helps the kids to be able to have this clarity in thinking, good attitude, discipline.
Absolutely.
Which what we wanted to put in our kids. And sometimes when people ask me, why should we sponsor a chess game? I say, would you like to have smart people working for you? And so, how do you find smart people?
It definitely
Those
builds
chess
on
players,
this smart.
because they build their thinking process, the clarity, the mind's eye. And so these are some of the training that you will get if you play chess.
Definitely. We take a quick breath. I'm going to come back to you just after this messages. Don't go anywhere. We're right here on The Nation talking about the resurgence of chess and the way forward. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hi there, welcome back to The Nation. I'm Jessy Chahal. Joining me in the studio are my guests today, talking about the resurgence of chess, and as we strategize the way forward to bringing chess back to the forefront once again as we search for the first Grandmaster here in Malaysia. Gentlemen, thank you for being with me. I wanted to just check in with you and how chess has changed your life. At what point did you say, well, this is something I'm really passionate about?
Okay, chess as a game has always interested me from young. But chess, you know, in terms of, because I studied in the States, yeah, and I played chess in the States. So when I came back from the States here to Malaysia, I thought chess here would be as structured as it is in the States. Unfortunately, it was not. It was not that structured, yeah. So the idea here is, okay, now I have this so-called aspiration to make chess a good game. So I think that's what drives me to be in the federation. That what drives me to make sure that chess is, you know, well received, you know, well structured. But unfortunately, like Datuk Nazli said, we still haven't had our Grandmaster.
Right. So
when he approached us and say, let's work on this, and of course I get very excited about it, because that's the one thing that is lacking. We have Singapore who has Grandmasters, Indonesia and all that, and we are yet to produce one.
That's right. You mentioned something about the chess for students at a grassroots point where there's a world body that looks into this. Perhaps you could share with us that.
Okay, the world body, FIDE, which is the International Chess Federation, they have this program or commission called Chess in Education. We actually had a meeting with them, I think about a couple of days back, and we are planning to have this program to teach teachers how to make chess as an educational tool, yeah, something that can help children to use chess as a means of, you know, being better in their education, because the approach is to make chess fun, to make chess interesting. You know, people look at it as a very dry game.
Right. So how do we do that? How do we make chess fun and interesting? We've got all the AI tools. We've got whatever we need in this day and age to make it fun and interesting, Dato'.
Yes, I think one of the things that we were discussing with University Technology Malaysia is developing AI. AI in chess is definitely something that we need to do. And I think we can do virtual reality, we can make it more exciting. But currently, even in fact, the game is getting more exciting when you see young players like Gukesh now going to challenge the world champion in November. He's a 17-year-old boy from India. And Pragnananda currently playing at the Norway Chess 2024. And now it's a hot topic for all the chess players. They are looking at the game. He's only 18 years old. And so I think, in fact, we just had an Azerbaijan tournament, which I was playing with, Najib also playing. The winner was a 13-year-old boy.
Wow, fascinating.
And he beat everybody with a top-ranking international master. So I would say we do have talent.
Wait, I just wanted to pause there. It does not matter how mature the brain is, because a 13-year-old boy is beating others well in their 60s and 70s. What gives? How does this work?
I think for me, I think the clarity in his thinking is much better than all of us. Of course, it's something that I wanted to learn. In fact, I still get a coach to teach me how to play better. It's about your thinking process and how do you think on the board. But this boy, 13-year-old, I think I would say he's special. Yeah, I mean, he's very confident, because in a chess tournament, when you play chess tournament, sometimes you lose not because you are not good, but you don't have the confidence. And so you have to build the confidence in yourself, and then you basically thinking very clearly on the move and how do you make your move. So there are the things that not easy to learn, but something that is special for somebody who wants to be a Grandmaster.
And what are some of the ground programs that MCF rolls out or does to approach perhaps interested players in chess?
Okay, we have a lot of programs actually. We have a lot of youth programs. We have a lot of senior programs. We also have like an event specially made for the seniors, 50 plus and 65
Yeah,
plus.
in fact, I was playing the last year, first national senior tournament. I had number 6.
And then
Congrats.
one of the reasons that we were YB Hana agreed that we have chess in Sukma is because we have chess programs even for the young kids. Yeah, we can start them as young as 6, 8 years old, and they can start playing. Yeah, and we have games for seniors, and it's very diversified. I think in the Malaysian Chess Championship that we had last month, it was very, I would say, a poetic ending, because we had 3 events. Yeah, The top 3 winners are all from different races. Yeah, the gold, bronze, and the silver are different races. The one event, the other event, they're all different races. So if you want to talk about how diversified we are in terms of the race and all that, it's very poetic, because we suddenly say, hey, we can be the front page of perpaduan kind of
absolutely brought
symbol.
Together by chess.
Yeah, brought together by chess. So it's very interesting. And for the kids, I think the challenge here is because overseas we can get grandmasters as young as 13, 12 years old. Yeah, but unfortunately here in Malaysia we don't have that foundation to make sure that they can progress better. I think that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do this. Yeah, we as a natural talent, Malaysia, we are very good. We have natural talent, but somehow or other we do not hone that. We do not progress. We do not develop that.
So it's almost that last mile is missing.
Yes. So this is the idea. If we look at players, and again in Malaysia, we are very 17 years old is sort of like the dead stop, because people going for SPM. Yeah.
So it ends.
Yeah. So it ends for most of them, not for all of them, for most of them, because after that is college, after that is working, and then chess suddenly sort of like they'll go off. So in order for us to make sure that they can achieve the GM program, we need to start them young. Yeah, so we can hopefully get them to that last mileage to get the Grandmaster's title around 16 or early 17 years old. Yeah, and then once they get that title, then they can focus on their studies.
We'll be back just after this with a lot more as we explore the realms of chess in Malaysia and the way forward. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking about chess here in Malaysia and the way forward. We have yet to produce a Grandmaster, but we're in luck because Malaysia's first Grandmaster program is around the corner, about to be launched. Walk us through that program and what will it entail, Datuk?
We wanted to work with Rotary Club, and I think there are a few people in Rotary that I should mention their name. Gordon Wong, our charter president, the district governor Arvin from Sungai Petani, and President Yvonne. They are all. We had a discussion. We said this is something that we need to do to raise chess level in Malaysia. So one of the things that we recognize is that we need to create corporate funding where we can help young kids to be able to compete worldwide. And so by doing this funding program, we may be able to help the kids to go on. But not only in terms of funding, but in terms of training. We do not have a GM resident, so we need to raise a fund to be able to hire a GM who can be a resident in Malaysia, who can then coach our potential players going to get into the first Grandmaster. So I thought we hope by doing this program, maybe next year we will have a chance to have the first Malaysian Grandmaster. And I think if we can beat that to the level, and I'm sure there will be more kids will be more excited about going through this process. And we hope one day the world champion will be from Malaysia.
Definitely.
Yes. And it's not impossible, because I think our kids are very good, except that we need to help them on the last mile, pushing them forward. And that we recognize between us, Rotary Club, and Malaysian Chess Federation, that we want more organization to join us. And so this, we need to work with the schools. Yes. We need to work with the coaches.
Right, and I think that starting point, as you rightly pointed out, are the schools. How do you plan to enter the schools in terms of, it perhaps could be a after-school project or a program that can be offered through this
when
venture?
I was a schoolboy from Victoria Institution, so we have a chess club. And basically every week we have a get-together and we play chess. And so I think every school has this program.
Almost.
And in fact, now I'm playing at MCOP Mall. Frankie is very kind enough. He sponsored the chess sets. So on level 3 of MCOP Mall, every Saturday 3 to 6, we gather 20 to 30 people playing chess every
across
weekend.
all ages.
Yes. And in fact, yesterday I was playing chess at one afternoon at Atria Shopping Mall. I was against a 12-year-old boy. and say you're playing with your granddad. But his thinking process is very clear, and he compete. The mother took him to a competition at University Technology Petronas all the way, and there's a passion in him. So I thought, if we have a program to basically enhance these people, the benefit definitely back to the nation. We want smart people. And how do we build smart people? One of the aspects is building their brain. Yes. So how do you build their brain? One of the exercise, of course, playing chess. And I thought that would be something we wanted to work together, and we want to instill more programs, because if we were to do the same thing again and again, thinking that we're going to have a different result, I don't think it will happen. So me and Najib and MCF, we say change is required. And so this is what we're going to do.
I think from the Federation, we have had earlier programs before, not that we don't have, we have. Mostly are mooted within the Federation itself. But I think this time we have somebody who's passionate, who's outside the Federation, who's passionate about it, and who wants to help, who genuinely wants to help.
New blood.
You know,
yes.
and it's a different approach, because now with the networking that Datuk has, and all the all the plans that we have together, it's more of a working together to achieve a common goal, and that is to create not only the first grandmasters, to create grandmasters.
Yes.
If I may say that.
Yep.
So the first one is usually the pain point. You get the moment you get the first point, then now we can see, because you have the proof of concept of producing one grandmaster. You can tweak that concept and you can produce more.
So what is the time frame we're looking at? Because it sounds very exciting. I'm like, let's play chess now.
Yeah. Okay. To be honest with you, when I did some research, it will take probably around 2 years to 3 years to produce a grandmaster. Yeah, but it depends. If we have the funding,
miracle happen.
Yeah, if you have the funding, the thing is this: you have to play at least one tournament, one good tournament, one strong tournament once a month, and that will take a toll on you, because you need to travel, the money, the training and all that. So if somebody can really commit once a month, but then you are 13, you are 14, then school, what happens to school and all that. So we need to balance it out.
Right.
So to say that you can do it in 1 year, yes, you may, but you have to attend tournaments, go to overseas tournaments. But I would say realistically, it should be between 2 to 3 years. You should get someone close, or someone who can already achieve that title.
I would like to appeal to our corporates to be able to sponsor. If you look at all the tournaments, for example, the one Norway Chess, Ernst & Young, for example, is one of the sponsors. And I believe if we have corporate sponsors in this program, I don't think it goes to waste, because what we are focusing is about our youngsters, building up their mindset, and this definitely will be a very positive component to our nation building. And if we have enough funding, and then we can say that we can then spend a bit more money to send our kids to play in our tournament overseas. We say there's what we call a grandmaster norm. After international master, they have to go and fight with the grandmasters. If they were to win, what 6 norms that they have to get?
3 norms.
3 norms, to get to the grandmaster level. So with a 2500 kind of FIDE rating. So if they get to that level, then we can get a first grandmaster. So we have potential candidates, but the only thing now we don't have is that the ability to fund. Because if they are young kids, definitely we have to pay for at least one of the parents have to follow.
There's accommodation costs, logistics.
So these are the things that sometimes the kids wanted to go, but the parents says, who's going to sponsor you? So if we have this funding requirement, and so I ask the corporate sponsors if they can put their effort here and to help our young kids. At least Malaysia can be at par with the rest of the ASEAN members. We've got Philippines with quite a number of grandmasters, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam.
So it's watch out world. Here comes Malaysia with a grandmaster, that's just around the corner, whatever age that grandmaster may be. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming to the studio today. And thank you for the work that you do on the ground as well, promoting chess. As we know, we've already established the fact that besides boosting IQ and keeping the brain active, it enhances creativity. It also promotes problem-solving skills. A lot of the things, proper tools that we need to navigate today's world. But that has been the time right here on The Nation. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you once again.
Thank you so much.